LIV's Kelly Ripa and EP Michael Gelman have revealed a guest could have died during a terrifying moment on the long-running show. During a recent episode of Kelly's podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera, Live's producer Michael Gelman joined the star for behind-the-scenes stories. On the Wednesday edition of the podcast, Kelly discussed a variety of Live-related topics with her guest of honor. Midway through the episode, the pair began discussing some of the stunts they do on the show, and some that Michael had done throughout his career. The pair discussed dangerous stunts on the show, like when Michael was shot out of a cannon. Kelly had a story to tell of her own. Thinking back to the crazy stunts that we've had stunts that were part of the show, she said. I remember the time, was it Josh Groban? Where I thought Science Bob had killed us both because it was a massive explosion, the Live star recalled. It was really just sound and a lot of smoke. But I was convinced that Josh Groban was killed in the process, she continued. But Michael's was the most chilling by far. The one that really scared us in the end. Who would have ever thought there was any danger to it? He continued. We had a radio DJ, and I guess he had done this before. We were going to break a record for the most t-shirts put on at the same time. So he's putting them on, and we're live on air, and we've practiced it. I think he had the old record, and I guess the t-shirts were inhibiting him being able to breathe, Michael related. As the guest continued to put on t-shirts, the Live executive producer said he could see the DJ in distress while the cameras were rolling. I jump in, I pull on his t-shirt by the neck and start pulling to try and give him room to breathe, and I had these scissors and we went to break, he said. While the guest ended up being fine, it was something that really shook Michael. I was actually afraid because this is fun and games, and we don't do anything I would consider real danger, but this became real scary live on television, Michael said. No pants, no problem. Meanwhile, Kelly boasted about her husband/co-host, Mark Consuelos, assets on the morning show. During a segment on Wednesday's episode of Live, Kelly responded to a fan who theorized that viewers would eventually get bored if Mark kept getting shirtless on air. A fan had written to the married couple to inform them about the projected downfall of the talk show. Kelly, 52, read the fan's note live on air word for word. Shirtless Mark too often can get mundane. Never, the TV personality said in response to the claim. Kelly added that if Mark, 52, did the show shirtless, ratings would skyrocket, which caused him to blush and the audience to cheer. Mark headed the duo to a commercial break instead of replying to the comment that his wife made. Right before producers cut to a break, Kelly blurted out, I don't want to brag, but you should see pantsless Mark. Kelly's assumption that ratings would increase if Mark remains shirtless on the show might hold some truth, given last week's episode. Mark teamed up with Live morning show executive producer Michael Gelman for a racy segment on the morning show. The Hot Guys. 3 snaps captured from Live of Mark, 52, and Michael, 61, taking an ice bath on air during Wednesday's episode were shared on Live's Instagram account. Both of the men were shirtless, sporting nothing but short shorts and socks. Beside them, smiling cheerfully, were fellow Live star Kelly and guest daughter Jonathan Leary, 33. Dear Jonathan joined the Live crew to promote cold plunge therapy, informally known as timed ice baths. Pics in the Live photo dump showed Michael and Mark sitting in the ice tub and them standing in the tub with their ripped abs covered in wetness. The Riverdale actor's physique was impressive, and many fans informed him how much so in the post's comment section. Mark is ripped, one fan praised. Michael got his due credit also. Wow, very brave guys, both in great shape, another added. A third fan co-signed. Michael Gelman is in good shape. You have to be to take your shirt off next to Mark. VTAKOVER. Mark has appeared to growing on fans after replacing Ryan Seacrest, 48, on Live in April. Since Mark joined the show in April, Lid with Kelly and Mark stands as the No. 1 syndicated talk show and No. 1 entertainment talk show across all daytime television. This season alone, Live has amassed 27.1 billion minutes of viewing, making it the season's most-watched talk show on television, according to statistics from Nielsen. On a past episode, Kelly teased her co-host and husband that the audience has been looking a little different since the transition. Kelly and Mark talked about seeing Final X, a wrestling competition to make the world team. The actress remarked she was one of about 5 women to attend the event, and joked the other women were moms of the wrestlers. There were